Alright. Alright, hope I spelled that right. So, reptilians and their canine energies. I just been feeling more of that perspective. As you can see, obviously there's different points of view of it, or of the subject matter. So, I can't make everybody happy. You can't make everybody happy anyway. What I was talking about conspiracies about the Illuminati or World War III. My channel would be a lot bigger right now. Whatever. It's a sad world out there. Yeah, it's pretty, I don't know. There's a lot of victim energies out there. It's not easy being a victim on this planet. Well, it is, because there's enough out there to fuel that victimhood, so. It's too funny, actually. I don't know what it is. It's, wherever it is. But yeah, the reptilian energy connected to the canines or the dog frequencies. That's because it has connections to Egypt, but also like the crocodile can't run around like a crocodile. It needs to kind of be a bit more humanoid, and so it kind of connects with the feline. But another one is the canine to become more human-like, to as what we are today. So at least there are definitely some crocodile people here that want to eat everyone. I mean, there's more than I want to. I'm not going to go into that. But all are politicians, but they're not exactly the smartest things out there. But yeah, definitely Egyptian energy. Well, you say, yeah, they have to take a different form to learn from this reality, just different perspectives of that. So, yeah, and of course, like I said, there's a lot of victims of that. Oh, that's right. I forgot to put the link out. Not that matters anymore. I mean, pulled out of some of the Telegram groups because they're terrible. Yeah, it's like spiritual, like really bad soup, like going backwards, like majorly going backwards, like toxic going backwards. There's no forward there. I mean, some feel like they are going forward, but it's more the opposite. Yeah, it's funny how things work here. Yeah, let me put the link out for a second. I forgot about it. This thing doesn't have a reminder. I have to remind them. Still healing from the hurricane and all that. And not that anyone cares. Some do. Others are just confused and need to be a victim. Golly me, what's wrong with this place? As for the aliens that's showing up and all that, I forgot to do a disclosure thing. I guess I can do it tomorrow. Yeah, you never know. It does feel like it is getting closer, I have to admit. What does that mean? I have no idea. It could be a ship can land with a bunch of dogs on it. I have no idea. I know we're supposed to have but no. Things like certain things are just not supposed to know. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it could be election related. It cannot. I mean, I've had a lot of weird stuff happen recently. Yeah, I don't need to bring up here. Maybe at some point. And ever since the storm, yeah, it's been. God, anyway, it's been. I don't know. Maybe it's going in the right direction. I hope so. This hasn't been going so great for a long time, so it's been pretty crappy. So it's been pretty much a kind of a forgettable year for the most part. If I have to be completely honest, it's been pretty forgettable. It's been pretty brutal. So things may be turning around finally. We'll see. It gets very exhausting and just I mean, it has some good parts, but it's like, damn. exit. And 100 miles an hour. So for those that are moving energetically fast, yeah, they can feel how slow the world is going. Well, some people that feel the world is boring, but they're not really doing anything with themselves. I'm not sure what's going on with that. They're not really doing it. I mean, maybe astrally might be doing something, but physically not doing anything. Well, little by little. Well, yeah, if you're going fast, higher dimensionally, you kind of have to figure out where you place yourself here physically. If that makes any sense? Where you can handle it. The slowness. And yeah, it's a tough one. Even where I've been, I had to slow things down because no one's going anywhere. It's like a nice pit stop. Who knows how long it's gonna last? Golly, man. Yeah, here, like where I work, it's like dead. It's like you take a corpse and you bring it back to life, but you just gotta like really wait. Like wait and wait and more waiting and yeah, next thing you know, you're like making a quilt or something. You're waiting so much. I'm waiting so much. I'm playing darts with my cats. Yeah, it's that kind of waiting. I mean, I realized like when Steve Jobs making, just an example, he's making the iPhone or whatever, not him, but everybody. It takes like what, years? Yeah, there's at least that's like you have a product and you're doing something. In some cases, you have an idea and you're not doing anything because you're not even at the table yet, or maybe you have some idea, but which I guess is a lot of situations out there like that. But yeah, it's like hurry up and go nowhere. Anyway, so is there an answer, a solution to that? A hobby. Like, yeah, go and, I don't know, get a boat and go and find a land, go discover something, I don't know. Simon.com, we have private sessions, maybe. Yeah, scheduler at the shop. So yeah, go learn how to cook or something. I don't freaking know. Find, create different recipes for ramen noodles. Yeah, the world is very slow. I mean, in some cases it makes sense, but I don't know. I'm not gonna go into all the details of that. Yeah, I mean, it was like a person's been through trauma and stuff like that. That's understood, But I guess it's all understood. It's just like, you just have to see the world's pace. Let's put it that way. The world's pace is, yeah, like practically not even moving. It's like a very slow, just slow. That's why if you talk about the Illuminati or World War III, people just, that's where people are at. It's just like that's it. It's like that's it's like going, it's like they're in a circle, not going anywhere. And more power to you on that one. Yeah, like if the Illuminati really cared, I don't think you'd be around to say anything about it. Let's put it that way. If they really care, if they really, really care, like you say one word about any of that, you're gone. I guess that's where I come from. It's like one little hint of it, even like even whisper your history. It's like, sounds very Soviet Union, but if you really want to get rid of whoever is gonna go against you, you just, yeah, that's pretty messed up. They're not doing that. Well, at least in the U.S., maybe in other places. I don't know if they have enough energy for that. Maybe, I don't know, Moscow, I guess they have some version of that. Yeah, they do for human rights. Yeah, that's not, well, it's hard to pull away from that. It was a lot worse in the past. So in the U.S., you just cry about everything. And the government has to listen to it. Not to say they're perfect. They have to listen to all this nonsense. Yeah, exactly. They're going to resurrect the next Hitler anyway, right? It's no matter what. In the U.S. debt, I'm not feeling it's an issue, but I feel like somehow that's where we're getting the alien help with the debt, at least for now. But there might be a time where we have to actually go through it. Yeah, that's true. Not yet, though. We're not there yet. But we'll get, yeah, there's some growing pains you have to go through. Like, the U.S. is like trillions in debt. It has to, we're kind of going through that now because of the inflation situation. Yeah, you wonder why things are slow is because of that. Definitely, I feel like it is definitely because of that's some part in it. So, as I can tell. So, not that I think look too deep, but yeah, like I said, yeah, World War III and Illuminati. Just cry about that. Who cares? Fritz is here. Not that I can. I don't know if I can. Here's a quick view. There she is. Real fast. There she is. No, can't have that. And that's it. Yeah, she's not one for cameos. And the election energies, I don't know, I still don't feel much from that. Not yet, at least. Like I say, everyone have Hitler no matter what, so something to look forward to. What's wrong with this world, man? What is wrong with these people? Who cares? I mean, it's not going to be like that, first of all. And Mr. T is not the... Oh, God, this place is just... Make it stop. It's too bad. So many people need a savior, and I don't know if the U.S. is able to get out of that mentality anytime soon. I don't know. For those that want to break out of the savior mentality, more power to you on that one. Many are just stuck there. It's like their minds are just stuck. They can't get out. They're not believing anything. They need somebody to save them. It's very bizarre. You think you're in a time where you don't have to be like that. I think some are doing that now and realizing it. So, because there's so many out there that are looking for a savior, and yeah. Superman's not helping with that. Not that people care about that, but it's not helping. And I guess Superman is part of the Christ consciousness, and it's part of the Savior energy. And yeah, oh well. So the election energy feels flat. It feels like the decision's already been made, and obviously not gonna make people happy no matter what. And nothing to offer, nothing there. So, and the other thing, some of these spiritual teachers or some that feel like they have these messages, people are going to see other versions of themselves. I don't think, first of all, a lot of people are not there yet to even see you gotta get through survival and all that. Even some of these spiritual teachers, they do these messages, but they're not there either. They just do the message. They're watching TV. They're selling products, that's about it. They're not there energetically, far from it. They haven't figured out other versions of themselves either, or other talents of themselves. Too busy pushing. Well, they have to survive, but it's weird. Just, yeah, it's a problem about doing this stuff. Yeah, you have to, it's a job. Of course, some make it kind of overdo it, I guess, but whatever. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? So anyway, all right, we're going to the reptilian energies of canines, and wherever else needs to come through after that. All right, blessings. Here we go. Grease you with the reptilian consciousness. Well, there's reptilian beings that want to experience the human, different types of humans, the the incarnation process. And the canine is a way of like, is there some comfort energy with that? Humans here, you can tell, who the canine people are. Usually the ones that, yes, cannot be quiet. They're always talking, hanging out with somebody like a big dog, basically. There's different versions of that. Usually cat people can be quite quiet unless they're not getting what they want, and they can start whining or hissing or whatever it might be. So it'll give you some indication of that. But the reptilian beings can be diverse. They can be non-stop talking also, but they are known to be very observant. But it all depends on the canine or the reptilian frequency. But a lot of, you can say, reptilians, we feel like they need more of a canine type of layer to cool off, heal their reptilian ways of trying to control others or trying to eat them or whatever it might be, to take over their power, devour them. They devour the weak to empower themselves. Doesn't mean it's a smart thing to do. It doesn't mean it doesn't have karma connected to it. It's just that, you have a crocodile, of course they're there to eat, but also, they're, if you're not paying attention, they're going to come and get you. Not all reptilians are like that, may have softened up over it. Yeah, you think about it, you have this whole masculine issue, the masculine is becoming more feminine to some level, because the feminine's getting very toxic here. It's not always the case, but there are some cases like that. And, think about a feminine reptilian and you're male, or even female. It's how well does that go with the reptilians? Reptilians are just outraged by that. But they can also become, well, it depends. Some of them are mentally advanced and others are not. Some are, yes, 4-year-olds. Big cars, big guns, and that's about it. But the others that are balancing their feminine and masculine, and that is, it's very, it's rewarding. Yes, difficult by those that are not the smartest, you can say, but that's all right. But it's one way of really just, going more into who you are on a higher level. It's just to balance your frequency out, and to, what you can bring to others. The more mature you get, the more responsibility comes around. It doesn't mean you have to run everything or become a manager. Sometimes managing a couple people through their anxiety, or helping them through it, guiding is probably a better word of it. And you also become a better spirit guide. Doesn't mean you have to become a spirit guide, or they become one of those nonchalant spirit guides that just shows up and says 2 words of helpfulness and then walks away. You have like 20 guides that cannot figure out how to do anything, and you have one guy that pops up, says 2 words, and problem solved. And then they're gone. So there's that frequency. Some of you might be able to tap into that. As for those that are moving quickly, yes, that's also part of the Arcturian way. There's also different connections with that, but the Arcturians are known to go very fast in the higher dimensions, and coming here is very difficult. Yes, this world is like stopped practically. It's at 1 mile an hour or less than that. And it's very difficult because there's Arcturian beings that can just constantly think the mind is not shut off. And this world is, see the future, it's similar to like a Tesla frequency. And you're just seeing all these different, you might be a Palladian, Arcturian, whatever, or however you want to word it. Arcturians are just going to be very fast, and being physical teaches them a lot. And yes, not that mean you have to slow down. Yes, you have to slow down. You can still go wherever you want, energetically, but physically, it's good to, it's like you're in traffic and you just gotta go with the flow, instead of getting your automobile to squeeze through all those other cars. Good luck with that. But it's good, it's like you're stuck in traffic, but traffic's going slow, but you'll still get to your destination. And, so you're warning from others And some of you want to like go 100 miles an hour. It's like, okay, I can't do that. And even someone that you might know that is in the physical realm, yeah, so their higher self will even talk to you. Like, hey, don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. You shouldn't be worried about it. You'll get to where you need to go on time. And you might be worried, you might not get there. And yes, you'd be surprised how you get messages from other places. Well, some of you just, yes, you feel like you can create all these different realities, and the world has different plans. Well, some of you, yeah, even with the alien reality, some of you see that. And it's like, wow, this world's nowhere near any of that. They're still on gasoline, and the car is still on wheels. How unexciting. So, yeah, flying cars are definitely a possibility here. But the human has to be very different. It has to be, yeah, it can happen here. The world has to be less physical. It has to be lighter. No, it just works that way. It doesn't mean like a car falls down, you can just catch it with your finger, but it's just that you're more highly evolved, where your frequency is higher frequency and the car is higher frequency, and it just, yeah, so like it just is like kind of like a balloon. It just wants to float technically to some level. You're still using technologies, but it's give you another idea. It's like if you're in a better frequency, doesn't mean you don't have problems and all that. You can have all the problems you want. It's just a different type of energy field. It's not heavy. Yes, worry, not a worry. There's still worry words in different dimensions anyway, but it's just basically just the overall frequency is not dirt slow. Because here is very slow. Well, the human here is just, it's like it digs a hole into problems it can't solve, and it just, yeah, there's a lot of victim frequency. Now the victim energies has different, part of it is some of the aliens that are here causing difficulties, and some of it just the humans are, yeah, there's some humans feel that throughout their bloodline of ancestors, being victims, slaves, and all that. So you'd be surprised how it has an ancestry slave connection. And there was definitely a lot. And in your modern world, kind of to get up, go to work, it's kind of a slave energy. You don't have to have the mentality of it, but it's doesn't mean. I mean, it's part. It keeps this reality going, and there's different ways of looking at how to resolve that. Well, it's just that this is what you need right now for this physical realm at this frequency. As you heighten your vibrations, you can do things more mentally, and it's just done. Or you just don't need these things so much, and you don't need to shower as often, change your clothes as often, because the frequency is just a lot lighter. And so you don't have to eat so much. You eat once a week instead of every day. Eating every day because the frequency is worry, worry, worry. Well, not everywhere, but there's a lot of that here. Just, problems you can't solve, things like that. You're healing your bloodlines. It's hard. That's a tough one. Sometimes you have to go through what you need to go through to look into. As for the election frequencies, people are not going to be happy no matter what. At least a good amount. So you need something to complain about. And that is, still it's like, yelling at the parent. Why aren't you doing this for us? Why aren't you doing that for us? And so on. And that just comes back to prehistoric or Roman time periods. A lot of your timelines currently are Egyptian and Roman. The problems come from those realms. So not all of them, but it's just slavery and so on, war. Just these lifetimes have not quite let go. It's hard to let go of that's why spirituality does have some help, because it can help you cut those cords. Of course, some still, they cut some cords and they grab some others and have those problems instead, addiction and whatever it might be. So, you're not always out of the wood completely. It's a tough one. So.